What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe, No Days Off DFS, here to bring you that WNBA slate breakdown for, as you can see it, we have a huge 4-game slate. Of course, this is huge for the WNBA because we only got 12 teams, but nonetheless, it is a big slate, 10K up top over on DraftKings, so you know we are about to break that down. Getting this out to you guys early because your boy's going to actually go and enjoy his day. It's a Friday, I'm off work, and I'm going to go do a little fishing today. So, going to get this information out to you guys a little earlier than normal. And if you guys got any questions, talk to me down in the comment section. Talk to me in the Discord. Hit me up. Let me know if you guys got anything that you want me to go over, look at. Props are not fully up, but I will put my own list up today along with my betting plays like I normally do. But real quick, before we continue, I'm going to actually just go over a little something with you guys and show you what you can get over here on the Patreon with the No Days Off group. So as you can see, my boy Jay, he posts parlays for BetMGM. Yesterday, he hooked over for the Chicago Sky game. I hooked as well. Both of us, we had Angel Reese for the 10 points, and she didn't hit that. I had Angel Reese for 10 points over on FanDuel. He had it for her over here on BetMGM, and she just got in early foul trouble, ended up with 5 fouls, and then she looked like she might have actually got it if they would have just kept feeding her towards the end of the game, but fell short for a point. So it is what it is on that one. But both of us actually cashed out on our parlays for the Fever game. That was some easy cash money right there for us. Chorus from BK and the breakdown. You get all of that over here on the Patreon, and it's only $5, $5. Along with all of his prop plays and things that he posts up here, as you can see. Yesterday, Nalissa Smith double-double, easy day. Wnba double-double, easy day. Marbury, 23 points and rebounds, easy day. The only one that hooked it was Jewel Lloyd, the 9 rebounds and assists. And honestly, that was due to the fact that that game ended up being a blowout, which really, really sucked. It killed. But as you can just see, tons of stuff that BK goes up here. He posts his full list of plays and stuff that he has. And of course, a constant recap every single night. You get that. Here goes my stuff that I posted for the day yesterday. As you can see, another pretty decent day in regards to the betting for the money lines. Of course, it was a small slate for both MLB and for the WNBA, but we got it with the WNBA money lines, hit both of those. My play of the day, which you guys heard in the stream yesterday, was NECA. And honestly, again, she was on pace. She was getting ready to hit it. Blowout. So it just sucks, but it is one of those things. The Royals, they had a 4-0 lead early. Then it went from the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, gave up like 5 or 6 runs straight in a row through those innings, and it was just over. They ended up getting it back down to 1. So if we would have took the +1.5 in this game and took the money line in the Washington game, would have definitely cashed out. But I had the Royals definitely going and actually winning that game. So really kind of sucks, but it is what it is right there. My personal core that I had, I was on the Lexi Hull train yesterday. A couple of people were as well. Wnba and Nalissa Smith, we talked about that. That went ahead, that crushed. My protected play that I had yesterday, unfortunately, again, like I said, blowout. It really does suck. NECA, she was on pace again to hit this in the first half. I just wanted to take something different because I was already on her points in some of my other slips, so I didn't want to oversaturate myself with that. And then Wnba, Angel Reese with those foul trouble. That neither one of those hit right there. And then, of course, Jewel Lloyd, she missed the rebounds and assists. So it is what it is. Nonetheless, protected play. It's Flex Friday. We'll go right back at it again. But if you guys want to get stuff like that, see my betting picks, plays, all those things like that, check the link down in the description below. It is only $5, and I promise you guys will make that back. So definitely check that out along with all the free content that I'm giving right here on the stream. But all right, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead. Let's get this breakdown started. 4 games. It's a little bit that we got to dig into, but not too much. But starting out on the Washington side, Austin, fully expect for her to play. She's been, of course, minute limited type thing with her over there. And then for the Sykes, she's still out with that ankle. On the New York Liberty side, no news to report for them. Clean bill of health. Nothing for us to pay attention to over there. For Dallas, they're still without Hallert, still without Satu. Jay Lee Brown, I don't expect for her to play at all. I haven't seen anything indicating that she's ready to come back from the nasal surgery stuff that she had going on. So definitely something to pay attention to because we do know that she was in the starting lineup. Maybe I don't even see her getting back her starting spot, not with the way that Billings has been playing. So I wouldn't even pay too much attention for that. Maybe she could get some rotation minutes off the bench for some of the other bigs, but I don't see that happening because then you could definitely slide Billings down to the power forward. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Over on the Connecticut side, nothing that we got to worry about over there for them. For Las Vegas Aces, Chelsea Gray, I don't see her coming back just yet. I know they got her as a tosser to play, but I have not seen anything saying that Chelsea Gray is ready to go. But if Gray is back, they definitely will mess with the starting lineup. We probably will see Clark being taken out of the starting lineup again, or maybe they might take Kia Stokes out of the starting lineup and put Asia back at the center position. Either or, not a bad spot position to actually be in for that. For Atlanta, we got Alicia Gray. She's on the injury report for today. Not sure what's going on with that because I didn't see her get injured in the last game. Everything looked fine to me from that game standpoint, but something to pay attention because if she misses, then I would imagine they might have to start Dangerfield. But I got a pretty good take for that game anyway, because we do know that Haley Jones, she's out there starting, Alicia Gray, Ryan, all that other stuff. But there's a pretty good value in that game that we can actually take if Gray is to miss. And even if Gray doesn't miss, there's still good value for us to take in that game. Other than that, Jordan Canada, she's still going to be out. For the Phoenix Mercury side, we already got news that Rebecca Allen, she's going to miss again. So that means we will get Sophie Cunningham in the starting lineup once again today. And then over on the Minnesota side, we already know that Diamond Miller, she had a knee surgery, so she's going to be out for quite some time over there. Heading over to DraftKings, the site that I play the most on the site. If you guys want an account, check the link down in the description below so you guys can get that deposit match bonus and join your boy over here on the King. So starting off real quick, so you guys, since it's Friday, I'm going to give you straight up my betting picks for this. Legit. Every game's favorites, I don't see any of the favorites in today losing. Just being very honest. New York, they're going to be able to trump Washington. Washington, unless they get crazy hot from three, in New York just isn't knocking down the three-point shots. That's the only way that Washington is going to be able to beat them. Washington technically is not really trying to win this season anyway. They want a decent draft pick in the lottery. They're just trying to develop in regards to what they actually have. That's why they're not even playing Austin on just strange back-to-backs, giving her games off and stuff like that. Like, granted, they haven't even played any back-to-backs, but Austin is weird. But anyway, New York, unless they legit drop this ball so hard and heavy, there's no way New York loses this game. Same thing in the Dallas and Connecticut. I love my Dallas Wings, as you can see, huge Dallas Wings fan. They might be able to keep this game close, but I will have to tip my hat to Connecticut just simply because we're missing too many star pieces in on our side in Howard and Satu. They just bring such a huge piece to this offense. I understand Billings has played very well, but this should be a little bit of a tougher matchup for her. I don't really trust Maddie. I definitely feel like she will get herself in a foul trouble, and unless she's knocking down the shot, it's not going to really happen for us here in this matchup in this game for us to actually win it. Arike, she can only do oh so much, but the defense from Carrington that she's going to actually deal with, it's going to be a little feisty out there. And I might could actually see a tech being had for Arike in here. And then I'm just Uzan. She got to shoot like what she did in the last game and play make like what she did in the last game in order for us to have a chance. So I'll say this one could be close, but I still will give it to Connecticut in their home house. Las Vegas Aces versus Atlanta. It's the Aces, bro. If Alicia Gray definitely misses, then for 110%, it's the Aces. Either way, the Aces, there's some bad blood here with the coaching for Atlanta and the Aces anyway. They definitely will come in here and trump and just it shouldn't even be a competition, honestly. But I do hope the game stays close, at least for us to be able to get some fantasy goodness from that game. And then the Phoenix Mercury taking on the Lynx. Lynx, I really did have them to beat the Aces, or at least keep it close for that spread. But going into this game, they have the bigs. They beat them in the bigs matchup, period. Cunningham is not going to be able to hang with Collier. Cunningham is not going to be able to hang with Alana Smith. She's not going to be able to hang with Dork off the bench. Same thing for Natasha Mack. Her minutes are trending down. They're running a small ball lineup anyway. Minnesota has the advantage in this game. So Lynx definitely in this game as well. So as you can see, really, the favorites for today should actually win their games. Should. Now, if something crazy happens, I wouldn't be surprised. But right now, that is where my betting card for the WNBA slate today is leaning, is to all the favorites, unfortunately. I know really kind of sucks just to get, get it like that. And I know the odds right now, they're like some crazy odds, especially for the Aces and for the New York Liberty plus like 1,200 type shit. But it is what it is. All right, starting out, Las Vegas Aces taking on Atlanta. Looking at it on this side, Asia Wilson sitting at 12-5. Again, last slate, she was sitting at 12-2, and I was like, maybe you can fade Wilson, go this. I ended up going Stewie, definitely burnt me right there. But I will say Asia going up against what I consider a twin tower lineup in Cheyenne Parker and Tina Charles. I'm not scared of that right there. She is MVP candidate for a reason. Definitely do not mind or hate her at all whatsoever. If you can get up there to the 12-5, or if you rather go ahead and get AT, Stewie, Jonquil Jones, Fee, something like that, there is merit and there's room to actually do that. I do feel like you can get one piece from the Aces today, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Asia. I understand what she brings to the table, but the price is just a bit too much for me at that 12-5. I don't mind her if you can actually find the right value to get up to that today. Jackie Young, if Chelsea Gray was to miss, that we already know she is going to be able to get these peripheral stats that she continues to get in all these games. If they go ahead and they put her line at like 11, 10.5, for her for the rebounds and assists. If Chelsea Gray misses, I will take the over on that as well, just because we do know she will be doing the playmaking. She is playing the point guard role. They actually have Plum in her natural position playing the 2, which is where she belongs. Kelsey Plum, I love her today for GPPs and tournaments. I do feel like this is a bounce back spot. And if you look at what she did last year going up against the Atlanta Dream, she played very well in this matchup, 30 plus fantasy points in every single game. And the blood between her and the coaching staff for I can't remember the Aces, not the Aces, the Atlanta Dreams coach, but I know she's a horrible coach. She's shit. Really, what they're doing over there doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, but the Dream and her, Plum gonna be out here jacking up some crazy shots. And if you guys missed Darren Waller's music video that he put out yesterday, hopefully it doesn't mess with Plum's psyche, but she should come out here and just drop 50. Just drop 50 in the name of Darren Waller. Just get the get back. But Kelsey Plum, 9'9", she's kind of got quite a few narratives going for her today. I really do like her here. The upside is there. Even if Gray is to be back, that just sets up Plum even better, having her natural point guard out there and the chemistry and stuff that they have. But Plum, I like her here, especially if we are not going to get Alicia Gray, which that defense, I would imagine Gray might have been on Jackie Young, and then you would put Haley Jones on Plum or something like that. But either way, I like Plum. The upside is there, 9'9". You're just getting you some savings off of Jackie, off of Wilson, and you can definitely fit her into your lineup much easier. If Clark, if she's out there, I mean, mid-tier, you're going to get you at least about 20-ish fantasy points. If Gray is still out and she's actually going to still get the start, a prop, if they put it up, they've been having her at like a 7.5 points. Definitely could take the over on that if she is still starting. If she's still starting, I will entertain that. Stokes, Martin, Gustafson, Collison. The only one I have any interest in is Martin. Her minutes have steadily, right now, 3 out of the 4 games that she's played, she's gotten at least 20 minutes. She's at least getting us double-digit fantasy points. If this game blows out like it's projected to blow out, then Kate Martin, she should get some extra run inside this game. As you can see, she played 21 minutes and an 80-66 win against the Minnesota Lynx. 9 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. She's taking the threes. Definitely fits into the system very well. I don't mind her in the upside that we can actually get for her here at that 4.8 price tag. So that's one of the value plays that you can actually get to that looks reasonable and makes sense for today. Going over to the Atlanta Dream side, Ryan's Ryan, 10.5. If you want to pay that, you can. Again, I like Plum. She's right there at that price. Or I'll just go ahead and take the 300 more that I need to go ahead and get up to Jackie Young if Chelsea Gray is going to be out. Tina Charles, Cheyenne Parker, both of these guys, I will come down and take the savings for Cheyenne Parker. Now, I understand. Cheyenne, she hasn't really popped except for that one game that Tina got in foul trouble. But I will say this. Look back at last year. She was a fantasy point per minute producer in 3 out of the 4 games that they played against the Aces. 3 out of the 4. One of those games, the first game, she popped for 38, I think, ish fantasy points going up against them. She plays pretty decent going up against the Aces. Pretty decent. On top of that, last game, they gave her 29 minutes in that game against Washington. When she stays out of foul trouble, she doesn't pick up the early fouls, they will let her get the run. I'm going to bank on, and when I looked at it last year, she played over 26 minutes in all 3 of those games, except for the game where she just had the horriblest performance, played like 18 minutes, had 8 fantasy points, something like that. Either way, matter of fact, let me pull it up because I don't want to be completely wrong in regards to what I'm saying with that. But I know when I was looking at it, it stuck out to me like a sore thumb just for the minutes distribution and what she actually did in this. And this is a good spot for opposing power forwards going up against them. But yeah, versus the Aces, she played 22 minutes and had 8 fantasy points in the last game. But other than that, 29, 28, 31 minutes and put up over a fantasy point per minute in each one of those games that she actually played going up against them. Depending on if they got her playing the center position or if they actually got her playing the power forward, which looks like she is actually playing the 2 guard while Tina is playing the center. Out there, this matchup is pretty decent for her. Fee dropped 40.75 fantasy points. Fag Bentley dropped 27 fantasy points. Hamby dropped 46 fantasy points. So the matchup is there pretty much. If we can get good Cheyenne Parker ties, that's what it's going to matter. But I like Cheyenne Parker over Tina Charles today. Tina, you can definitely mess with that if you want to. She cooled off in the second half. Like she had 30 plus fantasy points in the first half of their last game and then just was cool, was coasting and whatnot. You could definitely go there to her. As you can see, they are kind of making her a focal point whenever she is out there, especially if we get Ryan struggling. I don't mind, but I really don't want to pay 9-1 for Tina Charles and she goes out there and does. I'd rather much take the savings I can get to Cheyenne Parker and just go ahead and take that. Outside of that, if Gray was to miss, then again, I would expect Dangerfield to possibly start. And then, of course, maybe some more run for Haley Jones. But what I will say, if you paid attention, Haley Jones' minutes have gone, they're going down. And AP's minutes are going up. They're starting to give Aerial Powers more minutes. She's a good fantasy point per minute producer when she is out there on the court. I love the upside for her. 17 minutes, 20 minutes, 23 minutes. So you're going to tell me maybe she can get 25 if Alicia Gray misses. I'll take that all day, every day. 16, 19, 19. So you have two value plays that you can go to that are sitting here under the 5K range that you can make a decision on. You got Kayla Martin, you got Aerial Powers. Both of these guys, definitely really good. If Alicia Gray misses and you want to take the GPP stand, like, okay, hey, Haley's going to bounce. Haley's going to pop in this game. This is the Haley game because she's not going to be splitting the ball handling duties with Alicia Gray, so on and so forth. Okay, Haley Jones is your deep GPP play. And when I say deep, she deeper than deep because she will definitely be our Lexi Hull today is what she'll be if she goes out there and she does nothing. Straight up. Now you can mess with Dangerfield right here. That's a possibility that you can go to, but not nothing that you have to flag plant and go to. If she does get the start, it's okay. But I'm not gonna mess with Dangerfield. I watched it too much from Dallas, and she's not it. Going over to Dallas, taking on Connecticut. It's already Enrique. You know what it is. You know what you're gonna get with Enrique. She's gonna jack up all the shots. She's gonna do what she can do to try to lead this team. I don't hate it. Definitely a GPP option for me today. Not something that sticks out like a sore thumb. Not something that I'm really too focused on. Tara McCowan, she after popping off for that 43 fantasy points, went back down to earth to 29 and then 24 fantasy points. You can mess with that. You can go there. But I will say with Billings being in the starting lineup, the girl's balling. Billings got something to prove. And honestly, I'm starting to think maybe Atlanta was just using her wrong. But I do like Billings here. I think that, not even I think, between her and Maddie getting the start at that power forward, small forward position, Billings, she definitely will push the pace. She definitely will fly. And I can see her just bringing the grit that is needed to play against a team like the Connecticut Sun. So I do like Billings here at that 7-7 price tag. Not bad. I've seen it. Opposing fours, opposing threes, they've actually done decent going up against Connecticut. Not great, eye-popping, but decent enough, and that price tag is decent for me to actually take a chance on with the minutes, the role, and everything that she's getting. Even if Brown is back, I wouldn't expect her to be inserted back into a starting lineup or anything like that. Maybe we can worry about some minutes being taken, but other than that, not something that's sticking out like a sore thumb that we got to worry too much about. Uzan, this is the only other one that I will have a little bit of interest in. Again, GPP option. I know at worst she's going to go out there and give me about 15, 16 fantasy points, but at best she can go out there and give me 25 to 30. At 6K, I'll have consideration if I land on her. I'm not going to hate it if I land there. I'm not going to be upset if I actually land on that as a possible play for me on today, but I will just question it. I'm not gonna be one of my first plays that I put in. I will say that whoever actually gets the Ty Harris treatment should actually do pretty decent, and Uzan should get the Ty Harris treatment. Kalani Brown, if you think Tierra McCown gets in foul trouble, but not a must. Over here on the other side, I'll say Bree Jones. She's actually played going up against Tierra McCown pretty good. She's actually played. She's played against Dallas pretty good for her career. And as we can see, they're running plays. They're getting her involved. 16 points, 19 points. So maybe we might be back on track to Bree Jones just getting her burn, getting her run. Now they dropped her down 100. She's now 8K. 18 minutes in that last game, but again, that game was literally a just blowout of just uncharacteristic proportions. So Bree Jones at 8K, if you want to take a chance on that, you definitely can. They will need her size out there going up against Tierra McCown and Kalani Brown. Other than that, you guys already know what time it is. AT, the Energizer Bunny, she's literally the Derrick Hamby on today's slate. Back-to-back, just mid-tier performances. I'll say that because of the blowout, only 24 minutes. 24 minutes, and you already know that she plays the majority of the game anyway. Just really didn't have a chance for her to do what she does. She was on track for her for her triple-double like normal. And I can see today being one of those days where she actually goes out here and she gets it. I don't mind AT at the 11-9. Lets me come off of the A.J. Wilsons and whatnot. But if you want to, you definitely can just drop down. Just take Bree Jones for the savings that she gives you. And then Carrington, too much. 8-1, no. No, I'm not playing 8-1 for someone that's going to go out there and get maybe 25 fantasy points. No, if that shot's not falling and she's not actually scoring, and yes, she can snag some rebounds, but the bigs in this game, they will actually be able to gobble up their rebounds here. This isn't the Phoenix Mercury where they're trash on rebounding. This isn't the Chicago Sky where you're going up against a rookie and halfway vet where you can snag a couple of rebounds out there, but make up for what you're scoring. No, I'm not paying 8-1 for Dejanay Carrington. That's not happening. Dewana Bonner at 9-8. Definitely can't mess with that. I do see it, but she is pretty much kind of scoring reliant unless she's knocking down a shot. We're not going to get a little bit too much from her. And the steal and block upside, I really haven't seen that there from her. Outside of that, Banham would be the only other person that I would have to consider for some value, just because we do know that they will run her some minutes. She normally is like one of the first guards off the bench. Ryan Jefferson, I can't endorse that just because her minutes have just been too up and down, and sometimes she's just straight up out of the rotation whenever it comes down to it. Going over to Washington, taking New York Liberty, there's not too much that I like from here. I will say either Atkins or Van Loo, they're going to have to keep them in this game just for the simple fact of opposing guards going up against New York. It is a day-old thing. We will continue to attack it. Van Loo, she's due. Back-to-back games, 21, 28 minutes with 17 and 11 fantasy points. Really just some piss poor shooting from her. 1 of 6, 1 of 5 from 3. Takes a lot of 3-point shots, but she still is doing the playmaking. She can go out there and play some defense. So Van Loo, I definitely can see this probably being a bounce back spot for her. Maybe she can actually go out there and get us a decent fantasy score. Ariel Atkins, I will have to have some interest, because if the shot's falling and that thing is staying, she can actually go out there and she can knock us down some pretty good shots. So Ariel Atkins definitely up there at 8-6. That's a mid-tier price tag play. With the spread being so high, I imagine no one's going to be on anything over here on the side of the park, but definitely something for us to consider. Melbourne, exactly what I kind of figured. Fell right back down to earth. 12 minutes, but she shot 0-4 from the field. Didn't look too great out there. I was watching the game with them. Definitely something that you can consider if you want to go down here to SWK. Again, not the greatest fantasy point producer whenever she's out there on the court. I really do not like her on today's slate. I honestly don't like anything over here. You can mess with Dolson for the revenge narrative if you want to, just because you know she's going to be out there and play minutes. But I see this game more than likely possibly being a blowout, and we could probably see maybe some decent burn from Aaliyah Edwards, if that, but not anything that's like, yes, I have to get to it. No. On the New York Liberty side, Stewie, I'm going to have 2 lineups specifically, because I'm going to have 2 lineups if my Bills lead me to this. One, if I want to get a big from the New York Liberty side, because I learned this last season. I'll play Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones goes off. I play Jonquel Jones, she gets into foul trouble, and Breanna Stewart goes off. It happened to me a lot last year, and this is exactly what happened to me last game. I was flag plant on Stewie. Jonquel Jones had a great game. So I will say Jonquel Jones, I do like the spot for her going up against Dolson. Not too scared about Dolson stretching out on the floor. I do think this is a chance for Breanna Stewart to possibly gobble up a ton of rebounds here in the spot, simply because Austin's going to actually be the one closer to the rim, because she's not going to stretch the floor. Dolson stretches the floor whenever they're out there. If you watch it, they kind of play a 5-out system out there for the Washington Mystics out there. So Stewie definitely has the rebound chance in this game. Jonquel, or they could probably rotate it, put Stewie on Dolson, put Jonquel on Austin, either or. Either way, I like Jonquel Jones in this spot. Decent block upside, can go out there and score like what she normally does. Definitely had a bounce back game, but I do feel like this is a bounce back spot for Breanna Stewart to actually go out here. She's not going to get doubled like what she was going up against the Phoenix Mercury, which they were doubling her at every turn. They were not letting her get off her shot, not letting her be comfortable. Only took 10 shots. That's how much she was getting doubled. She had to do a lot of just passing out, and the ball had to just swing, and find the open shooter and things like that. So hopefully bounce back spot for Stewie. I do like her upside, and I do like her here in the spot. Sabrina, Sloot, Laney, yeah, I have some interest in Laney. 7-3, definitely had the bounce back game. 29.5 fantasy points in that last game. 15 points, 1 of 4 from 3. Just ugliest jump shot ever, but she plays with the heart. She brings the defense intensity, and I don't mind her here in this spot. If you think the game does blow out, then you will have to look at Baby Sabali. 9 minutes in the last game, but she is literally a fantasy point per minute producer. Whenever she's out there on the court, she's getting the minutes. I don't mind her, and she's always one of the first bigs off the bench, especially to come and take some of the backup role from Jones whenever she does actually come out there on the court. All right, this video is long, guys. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Support your boy. I'm almost to 1,000 subs. Please help me get to that 1,000 point. Going over Phoenix Mercury taking on the Minnesota Lynx. If they start Sophie Cunningham again, then you have to consider her. She's playing 30+ minutes out there. She's trying to shoot. They do run a small ball lineup, so to say, where they'll play like Liz Dixon, Sophie, DT, Cloud, and Copper. Mac, her minutes, I don't know what's going on, but her minutes are just Literally, it's really weird. I'll say she's a very GPP play, not something that sticks out like I have to get that I want to. I will say this should be a pretty decent matchup for Copper to actually go out here and have MVP like Copper, like what we got in the first couple of games of the day. I'm not scared of McBride defense necessarily. I'm not scared of Carlton's defense that she's going to actually draw, which is those are going to be her actual defenders that she'd have to deal with. Cloud. She's going to be dealing with Courtney Williams. That's actually a pretty good defender. I could see Cloud definitely turning it over, as we do know she is pretty turnover prone. The scoring was there in that last game, but God almighty, if she would have just had the playmaking chops, bro. I had her in my lines in Cloud. Today's going to be the day she pops. 9-3. I'd rather just go ahead and get up to Plum if I'm going to go up that high. DT, this is definitely one of those sneaky games where she can go out here and drop like a good 25-ish points and get a couple of her peripheral stats. So I don't mind her at the 8-5. Other than that, nobody truly interests me over here. Oh, I will say, Suge Sutton, she does interest me because they're giving her the minutes. As you can see, 20 minutes. Homie shot putrid 0 of 4. But she was a big reason why they got back into this game against the New York Liberty. 7 assists, 3 rebounds, just crashing the glass, 0 points, and she put up 18.25 fantasy points. That is crazy to me. That is truly crazy to me. But while she's been out there on the court, she's been pretty productive. If she actually can get the shot to fall, this is another sneakiest play that you can go to if you want to fuck with getting a. I cussed for no reason right there, y'all. I'm sorry. If you want to mess with someone as a sneaky value that no one's probably going to be on, I definitely could see that one right there as one to go to. Minnesota Lynx on this side, it's Fee. They legit have no one to guard Fee at all whatsoever. 10-9. Honestly, Fee is the flag plant play of the day, the play that we're going to be on, the play that is like 100%. I'm making 2 lines. Fee's in both of them. Fee is in both. Outside of that, Alana Smith, GPP option if you want to come down off of Fee. Kayla McBride, I love her upside here. Playing at home, we already know those threes. They be thanging. They be thanging. So Fee, not Fee, McBride, the shot, I imagine that should be there for her. Defensive upside, that is there for her. Playmaking upside, peripherals, all that should be there. I like her upside here in the spot. Now, if you want to get different, come down 100 cheaper, less. I talked about it last game against the Aces. I loved Courtney Williams, and she dropped 32.5 fantasy points, which was right around what I expected. I think the same thing again here today. She'd be in that 30-ish realm, especially if she can get some steals and stuff from Cloud or DT for that matter and whatnot. So either one of those guys. Heidemann, if you think she goes back to her mid-tier 15, 18-ish minutes, I can see that right there. Other than that, no one else truly stands out. Now, I will go ahead and give a caveat. Zandalis. I don't know what it was in that last game. If it was just the fact that she was knocking down that 3. But I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to chase because legit, she connected on her first 3 threes in the first half. That's what got her the extra run, bro. Other than that, I'm not going to chase. She's very scoring dependent on regards to her actually putting up a decent fantasy production. I'm not going to say she's not going to go ahead and get that run again. We do know that Carlton, she can go ahead and just get yanked. Possibly that could happen again here, but I'm not going to chase that blow up, that crazy game that she had right there. I'm not going to chase it. You definitely mess with that if you want to. Deep GPP option, but I will say Fee is the main play that we will be taking from over there. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully, you guys were able to get a little something from this breakdown and whatnot. Hopefully, I see a lot of you guys inside the winner circle for today. Cash out, tag me in it on the Twitter. Check the links down in the description below so you guys can get those positive match bonus and things like that. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe. Good luck.